Hey, whoa, hey, it's me. Whoa, all right. I was getting into that intro. I like my intro. I'm going to play my old intro. I know it's a minute long. Forgive me. But I liked it. I really do. And thank you, Joel Hawksley, co-founder of Jay in Washington, for putting that together for me. And thank you, Zach, for putting together the new intro for me. And thank you, Kellen, for putting together the new thumbnail, title card for me. This is a version I did, but Kellen's going to work his magic and he's going to put together something even more awesome for me. So, saying that, first, I do want to say my business partner, Joel Hawksley, is a candidate for Castleberry Commissioner seat number 4. All right. All right. All right. Let's give it to Joel. So we're really excited about that. Yes, J&W will be involved with the campaign, and we're going to work real smart to make sure that Joel wins. So, hey, go over to the Morning Constitution, learn a little bit more about Joel, learn a little bit more about the Constitution, and of course, head on over to You Can't Make This Shit Up, our flagship podcast, where we just lay it all out on the line. We don't hold back, no holds bar. And we give our insightful opinion, expert opinion about what's going on in politics, in our culture here in Central Florida. So, check us out, all right? So, I just want to say this real quick about the campus protests. It's mid June now, so everyone's packed up, cleaned up, graduated. Maybe they've taken um, these grievance groups have taken their show on the road to DC, and are marching there. But why am I saying all this? Why am I giving my 2 cents worth when the campus protests are all but gone now? It's because when I was listening and reading about the campus protests, it harkened back to my days in the late 80s and early 90s, where I participated in several protest actions, several actions in DC, in Chicago, whether it's with ACT UP, whether it was in protest to the Gulf Wars, or whether it was about a protest against waste management, what do you call those things that sanitary? I can't remember. It'll come to me. Where they, burn garbage. It was on the southeast side of Chicago, and they were burning the trash at their landfill. And I believe there were studies. I have to go back and do my research, but there were studies and investigations into whether or not incinerator. There we go. It was an incinerator that Waste Management had that was burning garbage, and it was toxic. And many people in the southeast side of Chicago, typically the Argyle Gardens area, Roseland, Pullman, Rosemore, and other parts of southeast Chicago, were suffering with lung related issues, respiratory issues like asthma. How do I know this? Because I protested there. And also, I lived there. I lived there. And I was diagnosed with asthma when I didn't know I had asthma. And actually, and let me tell you this story real quick because it just hit me. This shit just hit me. So, when I signed up with the Peace Corps, we had to go through this extensive um, process of being clear, security clearances, health clearances, and things like that. So I went to my doctor, had my doctor fill out information, and did a physical, and everything was fine. And then I submitted all my information, my packet to the Peace Corps, the federal government. And then I got a notice that came back said, you need to go for extensive evaluation for asthma. I was like, what? Asthma? I was never diagnosed with asthma. I never had an asthma attack that I was aware of at the time. I wasn't on medication for asthma. And so I'm saying, hey, I always wanted to go into the Peace Corps. I always wanted to do this. And so I went in to a doctor at University of Chicago, and they ran a number of tests on me because I challenged their diagnosis. And after all the battery of tests that I took, it came back that I had asthma. And it was like, wow, how did they know to look at my records, my medical records, and had no indication that I had asthma to send me for a battery of tests to confirm their diagnosis based on the information I sent? And it just hit me right now like maybe the federal government knew about the respiratory issues in the area, in the zone near this incinerator, and that there was a higher incident of asthma where I lived, and therefore sent me for additional testing. And the testing determined whether or not I would be sent to South America because I studied South America history, culture, Spanish, and that's where I was really hoping to go. Instead, they sent me to Thailand. I'm like, okay, I want to go to the Peace Corps. I know nothing about Southeast Asia. I don't know anything about the Thai people. I know nothing about Thai government, about Thai culture, history, nothing. Buddhism, nothing. The language, oh, Nitnoi, Nitnoi. Okay, I knew Nitnoi, but you know something? I love a good challenge. I went, and the rest is history. So going back to the politics of campus protests, you know, thinking back on my days of demonstrations and in the days of the '60s and the '70s, demonstrating the Vietnam War and demonstrating for civil rights, women's rights, et cetera, et cetera. I look back on the demonstrators of today and like, well, the comfort of your campus that you're destroying. Come on, people, take that issue to DC. Seriously, get in your car like we did. We all huddled into one car, me and my friends, and we drove to DC a couple of times. But to sit on your campus, and I know some of you were protesting about the investment your particular university or college had in the Mideast, and that you were protesting, asking for them to divest and human rights issues, everything. However, I think a larger impact, and this is just my own opinion, would have been to go to downtown Chicago, go to DC, go to your state capitals, go to those companies that you were hoping that your university would divest from, and talk to them. Go to the venture capitalists. Go to Wall Street. Whatever happened to what was it, the big protests at Wall Street? I can't even remember where they shut down Wall Street. I don't know. I don't know. There's a place for protests. It's I'm 50-50 about them, their effectiveness, but there's always going to be a protest. However, I do want people to know not to be discouraged. There's going to be a time and a place, excuse me, a time and a place where everything's going to be on the line. And you're going to be challenged to look really deep and who you are and risk your education, scholarships, prospective work in the future, a lifestyle that's comfortable, if you really, really mean what you say, a time's coming where you're going to be asked to put it on the line. Are you going to be able to walk away from your Netflix, your iPhone, your nice comfortable bed, your car, your friends, your family? Are you ready for that day? Because it's coming. It's coming. And it's coming quicker than you think. So, to my much younger peers protesting, whether it's on the scale of what we saw on college campuses or turning your back on the president while the president addresses your class at the graduation. Think about the long-term consequences and think about, is this just a conviction that you have at the moment because it seems fashionable? Or is this an element of who you are? Are you really challenging yourself, challenging your belief systems? Are you ready to take that challenge further? Are you ready to become uncomfortable? Let's have that conversation. I really would like to have a conversation about that. Whether you protested in the past or, support the folks here, at the university protests and everything. Let's have that conversation. Because I've been there. And my life could have gone in several different ways. I'm here now, entrepreneur, building 2 businesses, reclaiming my life, first love, second career, enjoying every moment of it. I want to hear what you have to say. And again, bring your facts and not your feelings. And thank you. Thank you very much for being a part of this journey. Please like, share with those politicals, those influencers, those electeds, those family members and friends who you think would learn from what we're talking about. Because I really enjoy what I do, and I like to impart, the wisdom that I have. 35 politics, campaign management. I've learned a lot. And I love sharing what I've learned. And you're my community, Ubuntu. And I really, really enjoy what I do, whether it's this podcast, the David Washington Show, or Countertop Politics every Monday. Political insight, innuendo, and of course, the secret sauce to winning campaigns. And don't forget our flagship podcast, You Can't Make This Shit Up. We build out our content every Thursday. We produce content enough for the week and then some. We've still got more great interviews with those political leaders in our community. And June 27th, the presidential debate between President Biden and former President Trump. We're doing a live reaction podcast, and we're working on our guest list. And one of our guests will be former Congressman Alan Grayson from Florida. So currently, he is a candidate for Senate, Democratic ticket, and we're very excited that we've been able to get a commitment from him and his office to join us on June 27th for the debate between President Biden and former President Trump. We're going to try and get some more folks on, but we're really looking forward to this. We're very excited about it. So, again, this is the David Washington Show. I really, really appreciate everything, every moment. You make us better. We'll see you in the comments. Talk to you soon. I love this music. Hey, would you believe the music right now I created with AI? I am so into the AI. And I'm going to create some more stuff with AI as far as content like music, in like our theme song or something, a jingle here or whatever. But yeah, I created this particular song with AI. It's got a nice little jazzy, riff to it. So, tell me what you think. Let me know. Again, I really, really enjoy what I do. And we'll see you the next time.